everyone, welcome to my channel Psychology Facts by Lara. So viewers, I'm back with a new series and this series is totally based on psychological disorders and psychotherapies. So this video basically based on MCQs and typically we are going to discuss schizophrenia spectrum disorders, anxiety disorders and dissociative disorders, and this is the part 1 of the new series. So without any further delay, let's move towards the MCQs. Number 1. Behavior therapy has proven especially successful in treating simple phobias. Number 2. A behavior therapist would be most likely to treat a phobia by using systematic desensitization. Number 3. Systematic desensitization is called a type of both B and C. So it is known as a type of counter conditioning, it is known as a type of exposure treatment. Number 4. Flooding, counter-conditioning, and systematic desensitization can be classified together as exposure treatments. Number 5. In dash technique of operant conditioning, behaviors are rewarded with points or poker chips that can be later exchanged for various rewards is called a token economy. Number 6. Ahmed occasionally experiences unpredictable episodes of intense dread, accompanied by chest pains and sensations of smothering. Since his symptoms have no any apparent cause, these symptoms would probably be diagnosed as panic attack. Number 7. Amnesia, fugue, and identity disorders all are examples of dissociative disorders. Number 8. In many movies, soap operas, and novels, the hero-heroine, when under stress, experience a sudden loss of memory without having home or establishing new identity. So this is an example of dissociative amnesia. Number 9. Which of the following is not the symptom of schizophrenia? Disturbed perception, disorganized speech, behavior, and inappropriate emotions. These are the symptoms of schizophrenia. So panic attack is the most obvious and unrelated option. So panic attack is not the symptom of schizophrenia. Number 10. Which of the following is not the anxiety disorder? Manic depression is not the anxiety disorders. Others are anxiety disorders. These are social phobia, panic disorder, and agoraphobia. Number 11. Which of the following is the common symptom of anxiety disorder? Bodily complaints is the common symptom of anxiety disorder. Number 12. A behaviorist would contend that depression is caused by failure to learn the proper way to behave. Number 13. Which of the following is not the symptom of schizophrenia? Extreme mood swings. This is not the symptom of schizophrenia. Hallucination, delusion, and aberrant speech are the obvious symptoms of schizophrenia, and these are the most prominent ones. Number 14. The underlying theme of dissociative disorders: escape from an aspect of life that causes distress or anxiety. Number 15. The only illness that electroconvulsive therapy has been successful in treating. It is depression. Number 16. Global amnesia results in striking disruption of explicit memory, and explicit memory is a type of memory which basically requires the conscious effort to recall something. Let's assume when someone asks you about your yesterday routine, like what you had done there, what were the meals, sort of meals you had taken there, and along with that overall your routine. So basically it requires the conscious effort. Along with that, when someone's asked about any particular idea, any particular concept or information that you have stored in your memory with the conscious effort, and then you recall it along with your conscious effort, so it basically comes under the category of explicit memory. And implicit memory doesn't require the conscious effort, and it is basically effortless. Like what you have stored in your memory, it basically just comes in your mind and doesn't require the proper conscious effort to recall. Let's say when someone has learned a certain task or certain skill, he doesn't require to recall it again and again to perform that activity. So there is a difference between explicit and implicit memory. Number 17. Ahsan is taking a prescribed drug, thorazine, that is also known as chlorpromazine. Which type of medication is this? This is antipsychotic. Number 18. Which of the following distinguishes a sedative from tranquilizers? Basically, sedatives and tranquilizers is the category of drugs that deals with anxiety, that deals with anxiety disorders, that deals with sleep disorders, stress and tension or panic attacks as well. But the more prominent feature that distinguishes both is sedatives usually induce more drowsiness characteristics in humans. So this is the most distinguished character between these two. Number 19. A man walking down a hall, the three persons were standing there and he thought that they are talking about him. He is really sure of it. So this statement indicates a person is basically delusional. Like he is thinking that they are talking about him. So he is assuming that, and delusion is basically a false belief that is basically far away from the reality. Number 20. Most psychotherapists use dash approach. They use eclectic approach. Number 21. A tranquilizer widely used in the treatment of schizophrenia is chlorpromazine. Number 22. Ashraf is dreadfully fearful of heights. His fear is formally known as agoraphobia. Number 23. Adil has been diagnosed as schizophrenic. So which of the following is most likely will be prescribed him to take? And he will be basically prescribed haloperidol because haloperidol is used to treat schizophrenic patients. Number 24. Relaxation followed by successive approximation to objects formerly known as systematic desensitization, and systematic desensitization is a technique that basically utilizes the stages. Like there is a stage when imaginary fear is tackled along with deep breathing exercise, along with relaxing that client, and the final stage comes when person encounters or when person faces that object or that scenario that he was feeling fearful prior to that technique. So this is the technique that used to minimize the fear or that dreadful situation that person was experiencing before. So the right option is D. Number 25. Cannabis sativa is most commonly known as marijuana. Number 26. The person smokes a cigarette and because of earlier drug administration he becomes nauseous in a technique is known as aversive conditioning. Number 27. Which of the following would be most accurately describe the delusional condition in which person believes others are talking about him or her? This is basically delusion of reference. Number 28. A person is completely irresponsive, stares blankly into space and never moves. So he shows the symptoms related to catatonic schizophrenia, and a catatonic schizophrenia is a type of schizophrenia in which person becomes totally stagnant and he basically overall gives the bizarre position of his own body and usually stays stupor. So this is all the symptoms are basically identifying the catatonic schizophrenia. Number 29. In which of the following would spontaneous recovery be most likely? Paranoid state and the conditions can be recovered, and spontaneous recovery is most prominent in this state. So the last one of this video, MCQs number 30. Elevators seem to close in and small rooms creating feeling of fear that seems unbearable in claustrophobia. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Along with that, like, share and comment on this video. If you want to get more grip over the topic, watch part 2 of this series. See you in the next video. Till then, take care.